Boston 793. A wealthy man sits at his desk reading a letter with trembling hands. The poem is powerful, elegant, brilliant. But it's not the beauty of the words that makes his heart race. It's the name at the bottom. Phillis Wheatley, servant of Mr. John Wheatley. A young girl had written something so stunning, so intelligent that scholars couldn't believe it. Within months, these words would cross the Atlantic and make history. But to understand her power, we have to go back to where it all began. A ship from Africa. 1761. The ocean is cold. The ship creaks in the night. Below deck, a little girl sits in chains. No shoes, no family, just fear. She clutches a frayed piece of rope like it's the last piece of home. She's no more than 7 years old. Her real name is gone. Her village in West Africa, burned into memory. When the ship docks in Boston, she is sold like cargo. Her new name, Phillis, after the ship that brought her. No one could imagine that this frightened child would grow up to challenge the world with her words. The Wheatley family who took her in were wealthy, and Susanna Wheatley notices something different in Phillis. This child learns fast. She stares at books like they're treasure chests. They teach her the alphabet. Within a year, she's reading English, then Latin, then Greek. By 12 years old, she's reading texts that most adults can't even pronounce. Boston whispers about her. How could a girl, brought from Africa, read like a scholar? The truth is, she was smarter than most of them. The whispers grow. Some say she doesn't write her poems. Others say it's impossible. So Boston's leaders gather, 12 of them, lawyers, scholars, ministers. They sit her down. They quiz her on literature, on the Bible, on Latin. They ask her to compose a poem on the spot. Phillis doesn't flinch. Her voice is steady. Her answers, flawless. Trick of history. Those men signed a statement confirming she wrote every word herself. Without that paper, the world might never have believed her. She had beaten the system with her intelligence. Her poems spread like fire. She writes about faith, freedom, and dignity. But hidden inside those elegant lines is something daring. A message against injustice itself. In 1773, her book, Poems on Various Subjects, Religious and Moral, is published in London. She becomes the first African-American woman to publish a book. Her fame grows. She meets politicians, intellectuals, and even catches the attention of George Washington. Many people can't accept it. How could a young African woman, who had arrived in America against her will, write like this? They accuse her of being a fraud, but no matter what they say, her book stands. Her signature stands. Her words cannot be taken back. Every poem is a quiet rebellion. Years pass, Susanna Wheatley dies. Then John Wheatley. Phillis is free, but freedom is not easy. No wealth, no protection. She marries, but life is harsh. Poverty creeps in, and yet she keeps writing. Her words become her shield, her weapon. As the American Revolution erupts, she writes to Washington himself, praising the fight for liberty and hinting that liberty should be for everyone. Washington invites her to meet him. A girl who arrived as a servant now stands recognized by a future president. That is the power of a mind the world tried to silence. Phillis dies young in 1784, alone and poor, buried without a marker. The world moved on, but her poems didn't. They survived. And long after her death, people discovered the brilliance they once tried to ignore. She became the mother of African-American literature. Phillis Wheatley didn't pick up a sword. She picked up a pen. She wasn't supposed to be heard. She made kings and generals listen. They gave her the name of a ship. She turned it into a name that would echo through history. Never underestimate the power of a quiet girl with a powerful mind. Phillis Wheatley's story reminds us, true power isn't always loud. Sometimes it's written in ink. She was one of many women history tried to forget, but we will remember. More incredible stories are coming soon. Because you're subscribed keeps history alive. Thanks for watching. If you like this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps bring more forgotten heroes back to life. See you in the next story.